Manchester United won, Arsenal won in a game that I can't believe I'm saying that we should have definitely won that. I'm joined by Nathan Ellington. Nathan, just first thoughts on the game as overall?
To be fair, first half, I thought it was going to be another one of them boring backs to the walls, sit down, defend. Arsenal going to have all the play, might get a goal and we lose the game. But totally opposite from that. First half was pretty much like that. I nearly fell asleep. And then Bruno comes up with some magic once again. And then we're winning. Yeah. And now it's a different game because Arsenal have to come on to us. Second half, we're getting all the clear-cut chances. Many clear-cut chances, and we should have scored. Mazraoui gets the first. Keeper made a great save, to be honest. And then, I can't remember who else got the next, but it was another player.
There was a few chances. Well, we're going to get into the second half, but let's go to the first first. And then the first half was pretty predictable, as everyone before the match started expected Arsenal to be the dominant force. He had a lot of the ball, didn't really create much.
Yeah, so we decided we're not going to press high. We're going to sit back and wait for them to come forward and have two banks to break down. And they didn't break us down. They weren't able to break us down and create anything clear-cut. And that's exactly playing into our hands, what we wanted to happen. And look, it was one of them games where we knew we have to score something from a set play or something, because I was thinking that anyway. They were probably thinking the same. We haven't scored in open play much. You know, we haven't really got much to be positive about goal-scoring-wise in open play. But it's a set play. It's a free kick. Bruno, he's done it for us against Everton. He's done it for us today. Great goal. Puts us one up. Gives us something to play off. A platform to play on and release the shackles a bit as well.
Yeah, and it sort of took a little bit the sting out, the pressure that Arsenal were building. He's come up from a lot of criticism from ex-pundits, particularly Roy Keane of late, and I think Keane had something to say at half-time about that free kick. But that's what you want your captain to do. In a game where your backs are against the wall, you want your captain to step forward and produce a free kick like that. I think Roy Keane said, "Captain, fantastic. I've never doubted his quality, but thought he could do more for the team. What a strike, the power, the technique. I think the pace of it has surprised the goalkeeper," because it wasn't in the top corner, but it was quick.
Yeah, it was quick. It was sharp. It went up and down, and it was just in an instant, pretty much. So that was what beat him. He still dived and got a big dive off, to be fair, and he was nowhere near it still. Yeah. So was his starting position right? I don't know. But end of the day, when it's that close, if you get it over and in on target, you've got a chance. And that's what he did. And I'm just really happy that we managed to get 1-0 up just like that. And you know what? He's a different type of captain. You don't have to be the same type of captain. Everyone's not the same. He leads by what he does on the field. He creates chances for fun, scores goals for fun. And that's it. He works harder than ever, and he never comes off the pitch injured. He never comes off the pitch tired. He's always on for 90 minutes. So if you look at it in that aspect, he could be a captain because of those things.
Yeah, leading by example rather than sort of what you're saying. And then we go in at half-time and we were all on the watch-along, and I'm thinking, wasn't expecting that. But then the second half comes and you expect Arsenal to be even more sort of dominant on the ball. Yeah. That wasn't the case, though. We took the bit between our teeth and really went at Arsenal.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Mazraoui, a ball over the top from, I think it was Dalot, back post. Mazraoui's coming onto it and he tries to put it in the corner, and the keeper's just put his leg out and saved it. And I know we was all moaning at the time that it should have been a goal, but for me, I'm looking at Mazraoui going, you're a right back. You've got into a great area, you've hit it well, you've tried to go in the corner, and it's not right in the corner. Yeah. So I'm not really blaming him for that. I think that's a really good save from the keeper, and he's got a good connection, to be fair.
Yeah, and I think in a week when everyone was sort of singing Alisson's praises, I think in the aftermath of that match, Ray is definitely going to get, I don't know if he did get man of the match or not, but it was an outstanding performance from him, and that just sort of typifies what Manchester United did, because Xerxes had another chance as well.
Yeah, that back flick as well. It was good though, because the ball come in, Garnacho off the right, showing that he's much more effective off there because he can just use his pace and cross it. Continue to cross it and let people run onto the ball. Just in the last second there, he also had created something. He's been creating today. He's also had his time to cut inside and take some silly shots and, keep hold of it a bit too much. But like I say, with the squad that we've got, he is our best chance of getting something created.
Yeah, and I think I've not got the stats in front of me in terms of how often he's played 90 minutes under Amorim, but it's not been too frequent, especially of late, and that was the last 90 minutes he did today. He was a little bit selfish in times, but you want that from him. But he's been asked to get the ball across into the box, and a lot of the chances that we did create in the second half came through Garnacho. One person I want to talk about was Heaven, that came on against his former side. I loved that he was sort of geeing up the Man United fans to get more behind the team. That was beautiful. That's what you want players to do. What did you make about his performance?
I think he's come in. It's a tough game. It's not like it's anybody. It's his old team. You know, they are a good side at the end of the day. He's come in. He got beaten once a bit too easily, but after that, he kind of felt his way into the game. I felt. He won the ball against Martinelli 1v1. Took the ball off him, and then so he's done a few good things, and that's where he riled up the fans, saying, "Come on, lads, let's go." You know, so he must have been proud of himself beating Martinelli there. Imagine how many duels that they've had in training.
Yeah.
And now he's on the opposition, and Martinelli might think, all right, let's get at you. And then he wins his first duel with him. So that was really good. And so he just didn't look out of place. He looked like he was comfortable in position, comfortable on his left foot. And he cleared a ball. I remember him clearing a ball in danger, laying the ball off in the box. When we did win the box from a cross that came in. So he did a lot of things there. He showed good composure on the ball. And, may continue to play with us and just get more experience because he looks good. Yeah,
he certainly does. And then Arsenal did equalise. It was against the run of play, and you can look at it with Declan Rice. It was a sweet finish off the post. He had a lot of space in the 18-yard box, though.
Yeah, but look, they were always going to create something in 90 minutes. You can't just, keep getting forward and keep the ball that much and not create something good. And it was a great strike, to be honest. The ball's come back to him on the edge of the box, and it's a perfect weight for him to just hit it first time. He's caught it sweetly. He's curled it side netting, exactly where I would say that's the sweet spot area to hit the ball and the sweet spot area to finish the ball in the corner off the post. Great shot. He's going to love that, watching it. When everyone always says you love a shot off the post and it goes in. And it's unfortunately for us, it's a 1-1. That goes to 1-1. And, it was tough to take, especially after the fact that we already had those clear-cut chances just before that. So we could have put ourselves a 2-0, 3-0 even cushion there. But instead, it's 1-1.
Yeah, and it felt like a defeat at the end when it went off 1-0. Hojlund came on. I know he wanted Obi to come on instead of Hojlund, but I sort of understood Amorim's thinking because it wouldn't have given a good signal to what supposedly his main striker if he'd gone for that. Had a couple of chances or half chances. What do you make of the opportunities that he had?
I think the first one, he should have got his shot off a lot quicker. I think that's just him being so down on confidence. We won the ball back. All he has to do is quickly get onto it and finish.
First time.
Yeah, but even if he took the first touch, the guy's right next to him on the right, and he took his first touch forwards instead of away from him to the left a little bit to then get a quick shot off. That's what you've got to have. That's got to be like second nature to you. And that's the only thing that I'm a bit disappointed in, is that it's not second nature to him at the moment. He should be touch bang, and he's not. So that really frustrated me. And then the second one, I think he made a pretty good run there, where he made a run to the far post, then came near post. But Gabriel did a really good job to stay tight with him. He's got a foot on it, Hojlund, but Gabriel's also got a foot there to block the shot as well. So that was also pretty good. I think he also did have another one somewhere, didn't he? Where
was he part of the double save when that Reyes seemed to get across?
I'm not sure that was him. That was Bruno. He's hit that in, hasn't he? So yeah, Hojlund. I think the first one, he's got to be disappointed with himself. The second one, I think is what it is.
What do you make of the team performance as a whole? I mean, it's that old cliche that football's a game of two halves. The first half, nobody will be talking about again. But in terms of the Man United team that's going into the Europa League on Thursday in a game that they have to win, it's something that they can build on. Because in terms of comparing that second half to performances throughout the season, particularly under Amorim, I don't think we've played as well as that. I know we'll go back to the games against Arsenal previously and Liverpool and maybe City. But we went toe-to-toe with the Arsenal team and didn't look out of place at all, which is massively encouraging.
Very encouraging. You're talking about us playing against, the next game, what's the effect if we lose big, or, what's going to happen. And that there should give the players confidence and go, you know what, you see, we can play good football. We can create clear-cut chances. I think he's found something here with Garnacho going off the right, by the way, because You know how many times, like we say, we know he gets in behind. We know he creates a lot for us. But putting him on the right makes him do one of two things. Gets down, crosses it without even having to think. Or he can get in and he'll be in a position where he might be able to shoot. Actually, a third one as well. He cuts in off his left, and then he might also do bits and pieces there as well. So, to be fair, I think it's given us a little bit of a different look to us, and it's happened in the Arsenal game. All the other games we played against the other teams, like Liverpool and against City, we didn't have sustained play where we actually created chance after chance, clear cut. So, yeah.
It's certainly positive going into the next games. Anyone else that sort of stood out with you for you during the match?
I think Bruno and Garnacho were the two that were really standing out, to be fair.
I'm trying to get the comments on, but this YouTube thing isn't working, so Ethan's going to have to do one. But I was massively impressed in the second half. I was positive, but I usually am a bit deluded before a game that we can get something against Arsenal. But what seems to be, we've raised our game against the bigger opponents this season. Sociedad isn't the biggest of teams, but in terms of what our season's hanging on, I know Amorim said stuff like that we can't save our season. First is saving the season game, isn't it?
You know what? I was talking to you about this earlier as well, and we was talking about this happening and that I can't see us winning it. But if we play like that, why can't we win it? So this is the thing. We haven't been playing like that for weeks. I'm watching us going, you know, and now I'm like, second half, it's like, oh my gosh.
Oh my days.
Chance, oh my days. That's what it was. It was oh my days territory for me. So it was good.
Yeah, let's read some of your comments. So that's from, is that Derry Foster? Defence looks better without Maguire. Onana seems more positive coming for cross. Casemiro defensively deserves praise. Yeah, for a player that you'd expect Casemiro's legs to be knackered at this time of the season. He did look pretty fresh. He didn't have too much running to do because the midfield was very compact.
Exactly. That's what you have to do with a player like. That's when I looked at the way the squad is set up, the team shape is. When you've got an extra man defensively, you can afford to defend and go press tight. But the midfield too are protected now. You've got more men protecting you. And that's what should allow Casemiro to, especially if we're not pushing up high, doing a high press, but it's half press, he can stay in there. And it's very difficult to break down. You don't need to run anywhere. You're just in position, you're moving, and everyone's just moving wherever the ball is, and we're creating pressure like that. So that's where Casemiro looks the way he does. And that's why I've always said I would play him in this formation now all the time, because he gives us more experience in him. I know he's going to have the odd game where he doesn't play well, or he might get caught one-on-one and someone beats him. But then you've got 5 men behind him. Like, that's why we've got 5 men. To compensate for that.
Yeah, support, isn't it?
Exactly.
What about Ugarte in that sense then, if you're playing Casemiro?
Yeah, but then you give Ugarte and him some time, you know, when you don't play 90 minutes. You get 60 minutes and bring Ugarte on, then start Ugarte. You know, you can. That they should be chopping and changing that position. And also should be Bruno and Manu. Should be chopping and changing with that position. You shouldn't have to stay on the field all the time.
No.
And if you've got the balance, you have to have the balance in this team. We can see it. Now I'm thinking, okay, where did Garnacho go? Right side of the free up. Well, it isn't a free up front, is it? It's the right side of the 10. Was he in the 10 position? Was he right wing back? What was he?
No, yeah.
It was a 10, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he's out wide.
He's out wide,
so
yeah.
I don't know.
I thought it was a great performance by Garnacho, and it's worth noting as well, that was an Arsenal team that are missing Saka, but that's a heavily depleted Manchester United team to have that sort of performance. Just get some more of your super chats. FBF1 Sports. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ayden Heaven is the best on earth. The young defender is just what we need. He left Arsenal because they were never winning the league.
Hey, you can't say it like that. Ooh, baby.
You've got a better voice than me. I
don't know the song.
Oh, yeah, right.
Heaven is a place on earth. The young defender, just what we need.
It's sunny in Manchester today. We like to keep it that way. Aussie Abroad said, words can't describe how much I hate that £70 million Igalo. I guess he's talking about Hojlund.
Igalo's better than him. I'm not having him better than Igalo.
Hands up for the Panther said, gentlemen, should have been 2-1. Let's not take anything away from the good team performance, but Raya is world class. He saved Arsenal. What a keeper. Regardless, half-time record still unbeaten. That's very true. Great stream. This is from Alpha Omega. Great stream and respectable performance. And that last one there, I am so annoyed the way we battered them. We should have sent them packing and sent AF to TV in a meltdown. Hojlund, I imagine it's still in a meltdown anyway after that performance. Hojlund needs to get some goals for reserves and then come back. But his confidence is shot. That's from J-Back Sahu. But Nathan, any last words? Are you positive?
You know what?
Are you doing your thing about being pessimistic so we win? He's got this little thing.
No, don't ever get excited too soon. Because the minute you go, we're going to beat Sociedad, it can't be easy. Then they'll go and do that. I don't know what happens. They're watching us on the stream going, yeah, you know what? I think we're actually going to beat them easy. And then you go and play and get complacent. United, when their backs against the wall, they seem to always pull out the better results.
Right.
And today, their backs were against the wall. They knew that there was a chance that they could get battered today. And they could decide to pull it out today. So it means they've got it inside them.
Yep.
I didn't think they had it inside them anymore. They didn't think they had the players to do it. But if you can play like that today, and now looking back, we even also gave Liverpool a tough game. We should have even had goals in that game, but this was even better. I know they've lost, they don't have as many, everyone fit. I think it's only Saka missing, isn't it, really? So, end of the day, for us to play like that against Arsenal, it means we can play against that against any other team.
Yep.
So why can't we do that every week?
Well,
that's what I want to see. That same performance every week. We can do it now. Play Garnacho right. If I see Garnacho back on the left, I'm going to wonder what's going on, Amarim. Because that's what we've just noticed today. We've learned something about Garnacho. Put him on the right from now on. And then my mind's now thinking, when Ahmad comes back, what about we put him on the right and then Ahmad like maybe on the left? You know, I'm thinking Garnacho has to go there now.
Right.
Forget him on that side. Can Ahmad like play the same ability on the left? Now we've got something good. Crosses coming in all the time from left and the right because he's left-footed and he's right-footed. He can come inside and try and link with someone, with Bruno. The ideas are starting to flow again. I'm happy.
Wow. He wasn't happy before the game, let me put it that way, but don't get ahead of yourself. I'm getting very excited. Man United in Europa League on Thursday, but I've been Scotty, that's been Nathan Ellington. Man United 1-1, but we should have won, and we'll see you soon.